Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to follow up on a video we just did this last week on Milwaukee tools, and specifically this set that I actually really like. So before I jump into it, I usually follow up at the end of the video saying, hey, if you guys like my videos, give a thumbs up and please subscribe. Please, if you guys are liking these videos, I'm going to do a little something different today. If you like them, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe because these videos will not come out to you unless you do like or subscribe, or at least the odds of them coming are much less. So, jumping into this is the 56-piece 3/8 drive socket set, and it's both SAE and metric. And the part number is 48229008, and it comes in this nice hard case, which is about 1.5 inches thick. And we'll flip it around and let you guys see. By now, many of you may have already seen this set. It has been out for a while now. I believe I picked this set up back in 2019 when I first saw them. And I think that's when about when they came out. So we're at 2024, so about 5 years has gone past since these have popped up on the marketplace. And I think Lowe's was, not Lowe's, but Home Depot was the first ones to offer these up. So what's really nice about this is, again, the case, let you guys kind of see the case. It is like an ABS, I believe it's an ABS style or ABS type case. It is nice and hard. You can't put your tools in there. I'll show you guys real quick. Give it a good shake, flip it over, back and forth, open it back up, and all of your sockets, wrenches, and accessories all stay in place. So that's a really nice feature. Now, it does also have the removable tray. So you pull this out, and of course, there is the case. And you can use this case for whatever you want. Maybe you have other tools or hobby stuff that you want to be able to use it for. But this tray is nice because it's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches thick height-wise. So if you have a toolbox where you need to be able to slide this tray in there, this is very, very nice. And they've also come out with newer versions of this that have a clear top to them, and they actually have all of the Milwaukee-specific engagement clips, if you want to call it, underneath that allow it to stack with their stackable setup. So you can get that one too. That one is actually significantly more expensive than this set, and we'll dive into price in this in a little bit, so hang tight with us. Because there are some variables to that pricing setup. So jumping in, if you haven't seen Milwaukee's sockets, this setup, you'll notice there's something a little bit different about them. And it's their shape, right? These are flat on the edges. So if you're, throwing it on the ground or what have you, it's going to want to stop and not roll. Now, it's a little bit harder for that to happen on these larger ones. These are a little more likely to roll, but the idea is it hits the flats and it allows it to stop. So definitely a different feature and a nice feature. And then the other one, and I didn't pull out my other pliers, but I got these ones here for you. Essentially the idea is you have these flats here, so if you're in a really tight area, you can take like a crescent wrench or pliers, worst case. I mean, I would not recommend the pliers route, but the idea is you could grab it by the flats here, and then you could turn it, right? And you get in those tighter spots where maybe you don't have the ability to throw the ratchet on the end, right, and have that extra space. And it may not be more so with these full deep sockets, but maybe it's for one of these smaller ones. You need to get in a tighter space, and that just doesn't quite work. So you get a crescent on there. Just imagine that's a crescent, guys, or adjustable pliers, and you can put them on there and just turn. And now you're able to get in a tight spot with the exact same socket without switching out to something different. So that is nice. Now they got ahead on this edition. It's almost like I don't know if it's a laser etched or if it's engraved, but it definitely, it feels like it's more engraved on that. This feels more laser etched on the top for the Milwaukee side, and the back is the same as front. So this is on two sides, the sizing, which is nice. It increases your odds of finding the correct size sooner. They could have just left it one side, but they didn't. Now, the chrome quality actually looks quite nice. This set is made entirely in Taiwan. So both the ratchet and my extensions, everything, sockets are all made in Taiwan. If you watched my last video on my 1/4 inch drive set, those are actually made both in Taiwan, and then everything else is made in China. So you might see now, I think they were doing some all in China for a bit, and I think they went back to Taiwan and China. So, I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is, especially if manufacturers are attempting to be price conscientious. I can't even say the word today. And they want to make sure that they're competing in the marketplace. So that's what you're up against. So anyways, the sockets look good. You have some good fluting. Right, you do have the bevel in the corners. Good. And you get the retention in all four sides for the anvil, the ball that's in the anvil. So all very nice. And even inside, the chrome looks good. I mean, everything looks nice and well done. We can look at the, let's say, 11/16 on this side. In the Milwaukee. It looks like these go about half the way down, which I like. I don't necessarily want to have it go all the way to the bottom because you find yourself losing yourself on a long stud or bolt. You want to be able to choke up on it a little bit. So I do like that. And again, same fluting. Look down deep inside there. Yeah, it looks all pretty good. I mean, sockets look great. And so sizing wise, we're talking about on SAE, 1/4 inch drive all the way up to 1 inch. And now they don't go the deep socket on this end, but I mean, that's nice. That is a really long span of no skips. Likewise with the millimeters, just double checking here. I don't think they had any skips. Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19. They go up to 19. I would have loved if this setup went to 21. All right, 21 or 24. That would have been great, but I'll take it. 19 is great. 6 all the way to 19 of both the short and the deep well sockets. Now looking real quick at the extensions. There's Ratchet. This is a unique knurling like they like to do. It's just a single knurling. It's not the cross knurling. So some of you guys might like that. It does work this way. If you're going downwards on it, you just slip through it. I do prefer the cross kind of hatched knurling better than this, but this is what we've gone with apparently with Milwaukee. And ball feels good retention wise. Good positive engagement. Actually holds on really well. Again, the smaller one. So we went from, this is like a 3-incher to about a 10-incher over there. Much the same. Overall quality is actually really nice on these. And then the wobble. I'm just not a huge fan of this type. It's kind of spring-loaded, just in the center. That holds it together, gives it a positive pressure as you move it, but not a great wobble. I'd definitely use something else, but in a pinch this would work just fine. And engagement seems to be just fine as well. So not a bad wobble. Now the Ratchet, this is the part that I actually really like a lot about Milwaukee is, and here's the part number 2, 48229038. If you want to purchase this separately, they also have rebuild kits, I believe, for these as well. If not, there's a lifetime warranty on these, so it's really easy. You just got to hop on the website, snap a picture, and they'll send you a new one. So really simple process. Now, teeth count feels great. I believe this is 90 as well. I don't have the original box with this, but I'm pretty sure this is a 92 set. And the selector feels great. It sits flat, which I really like. It only has a very slight protrusion upwards, so as you're working, it's not going to be very easy to, I mean, it takes a little bit of work to mess with the selector, but yeah, that feels good. Very good. And they use, looks like they use two of these Torx bits on the bottom side that bolt into the head. I prefer if you bolt it through the top and then bolt into the this retaining piece here, as opposed to the opposite. But it works. Most manufacturers are going this way anyways. But the overall feel, guys, and fit and finish feels really good on this. Ball detent feels good. Let's double check here with the extension. A little bit softer on that. Let's just try with the socket, make sure we're right on. Yeah, it's a little bit softer. I'd say it's in the middle of the road. It's not super tight, but it's not super loose. Back drag, it feels excellent. I just throw a little bit of lube in there, probably right on par, but feels great. Handle feels great. I'd like this slight teardrop feel to it down here. It does fit in the hand well. I don't care much for the comfort grips on most of my ratchets. I do have a couple here and there, but and this is a nice stamp inside here. It looks like it's part of the forging. It's very nice. Yeah, overall, just a really solid ratchets, and these do really well in the strength test that you'll see online. It's just an overall, and a good length too. It's for being a standard size. I feel like most standards will have you about here. This one gets you out a little bit longer. And we can measure that real quick. Measuring lengthwise, that puts us at, what you guys here so you could see, from end to end, you're just over 8 inches. Yeah, about 8 1/4, almost 8.5. Lengthwise. So good length for the ratchet. A far cry from the Craftsman of old that were just 38 teeth and just clunky as can be. This is a good setup. This is a good ratchet, and all in all, this whole 3/8 inch set is a good setup. No skips. It is a little bit more favorable on the SAE side for whatever reason, but all in all, great quality. And I've used this a couple times. It's kind of a backup one I use, so it doesn't get much usage. But every time I've used it, it's been a stellar set. Now you may ask yourself, okay, well, where do I find these at? Actually, quite a few places, from Summit to Home Depot, Amazon. There's Ace, I think even there's a lot of different places that carry these. And pricing is the next thing. Pricing is all over the place. I mean, you could go upwards of $200 for the set. Or I find that the best place, and the place where I bought mine, is Home Depot. Home Depot usually has this set on sale for right around $99. I think the regular asking price when these first came out was about $175, and it fluctuated up and down. And then around the holidays, you could probably pick this set up. I've seen it pop up, I think, for $75 or $79 at Home Depot. So keep an eye out for Home Depot sales. These are always there on their shelves, and they'll throw a random sale. And at $70 some odd, this is a home run set. And even just above $100, I think it's still a great home run set. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys have a set like this? If so, what are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you recommend something else? Again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.